This is breaking news.
Right now, Governor Murphy is in Gloucester County visiting and inspecting another new vaccination mega site. Let's take you there now.
Vaccinated today, and thank you as well for commenting specifically on the inequities and the histories that we all know all too well. I want to give a big thank you to Rowan College of South Jersey President Fred Keating for his team for not only welcoming us but for partnering with us to get this vaccine mega site up and running. I'm honored to be with the woman to my right who needs no introduction, the Commissioner of the Department of Health, Judy Persicelli. I'm honored to be with the guy to my left, who's an extraordinary leader and knows this county backwards and forwards, as the former freeholder director here and now Senate President and terrific leader, Steve Sweeney. Steve, always an honor to be with you. We have a cavalcade of VIPs in row 1A here. Dr. Lisa Howe, who is the acting adjutant general for the New Jersey National Guard. Lisa has overseen the deployment now of almost 500 of our guards, men and women, to Washington, D.C., and they'll be there for a while, and it's possible we'll be sending more given the inauguration and everything around that. So, Lisa, thank you for your leadership. For Murderers Row, members of the Assembly here, Bill Spearman. Bill, always an honor. Adam Telefero, bless you, and great to have you. Bill Moen, nice to see you, man. And John Berzicelli. John, great to see you. Superintendent of the State Police, Colonel Pat Callahan, is with us. I know Mayor Pete Scarata and other local and county officials are with us as well. So we just had the opportunity to tour this newly opened vaccine mega site. One of 6, by the way. So again, let's review. Here in Gloucester County, Burlington County, Atlantic County, Middlesex, Morris, and Bergen. And Judy will want me to say those are 6 mega sites, but they'll be among 300 different points of distribution when we're completely up and running and distributing this vaccine. The tour inside was incredibly impressive. The county and local officials here in partnership with the state all hazards incident management team and with Fred Keating's team have put together a site that will be able to handle the increasing demand that we know exists for vaccination. Steve, I think you used the number that if we get the supply from the feds, which we don't have a sufficient amount yet, it'll be up to 2,400 a day. If not more here. That's exactly what the doctor ordered, no pun intended. And I also want to give Pat to you and your colleagues in the state police, and Lisa, your colleagues from the National Guard inside there also manning the fort, in addition to great county and local leadership. Already we know over 200,000, Judy, I'm not sure the exact number, the last number I had 209,000 and something, New Jerseyans have raised their hands and their sleeves to get vaccinated, including many across South Jersey. With this site online, we're prepared to exponentially add to their ranks. As I've said, just because we have the vaccines in New Jersey doesn't mean the pandemic is over, however. This pandemic will be over when we defeat this virus for good, and a significant part of that requires getting millions of our fellow New Jerseyans vaccinated. Judy has said many times our objective and aspiration is 70% of the adult population in the state within 6 months. That's 4.7 million New Jerseyans, for those of you keeping track at home. And for all the above reasons, Rowan College of South Jersey will play a huge role in this effort. I also want to give a shout out to Congressman Donald Norcross, who wanted to be with us today, is not, and he is doing the right thing because he had the concern that he was exposed to COVID, and he took himself off the field. And that's the right thing to do. And I also want to give a shout out in absentia for County Commission Director Bob Daminger and all the good work he's done. So with Donald's work in Washington, I know we'll have a strong voice in the U.S. Capitol to ensure that New Jersey receives its fair share of federal assistance, not just the doses, but also the funding we need to carry on our fight, and that will help us end this once and for all. No state, whether New Jersey or another, should be left out in the cold to handle this tremendous, complex task alone. Next week, President-elect Joe Biden takes his oath and becomes our president, and I know he is bringing in with him a strong team committed to get our nation's pandemic response and vaccine distribution networks running properly. But in the right here and right now, this mega site is open for our frontline healthcare workers and first responders, the women and men who have over the course of the past 10 months dedicated themselves to our health and safety. Let it also be known that this site, like each of our mega sites, is open to any New Jersey healthcare worker and first responder, regardless of where they live, whether they live and work in Gloucester County or any one of our other 20 counties. As long as you live, work, or study in New Jersey, you're eligible, assuming your group is up to bat. This site is for all who are frontline healthcare workers and first responders. And again, as we expand those communities out, more and more folks will be eligible. And in the coming weeks and months, as I said, our vaccine program will progress and will ultimately be open for all New Jerseyans. Again, I'm extraordinarily grateful for the partnership at all levels that got this mega site up and running. This isn't about South Jersey being on its own. We are all in this fight together. And again, thanks to each and every one of you. With that, please help me welcome the woman who needs no introduction, the Commissioner of the Department of Health, Judy Persichilli. Judy?
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Governor Murphy, Senator Sweeney, all the elected officials, and the Rowan College leaders, thank you for today. Today is a day of hope, a hope for a future better than the present that we're living in. With every vaccination given, we come closer to the light at the end of the tunnel, where we can move beyond this epidemic. A brighter future lay ahead of us. And that is in part due to the work of county and local officials here in Gloucester County and Rowan College of South Jersey, who have come together to collaborate to stand up one of our state's 6 mega sites. Putting together a mass vaccination site is a huge undertaking that requires collaboration and many, many hours of hard work. To everyone that was involved in putting this together, thank you. There will be many more long days ahead of us as the team here works to vaccinate as many individuals as possible. When the vaccine becomes widely available, the state's megasites will serve as vaccination hubs as we roll out vaccination in our state. They are part of a critical network of close to 300 sites across the state, tasked with carrying out the state's COVID-19 vaccination plan fairly and equitably. When the vaccine becomes available, New Jersey will be ready. This site will serve over 2,000 individuals a day. We are currently vaccinating healthcare workers and our police and fire personnel. And then we will continue in a phased approach to add in those who are most at risk for mortality and morbidity and those that are needed to carry on essential work in New Jersey. With each successive wave, we will get closer to being able to vaccinate all who live, work, or study in the state. So the department encourages everyone who's eligible right now to stand up and get vaccinated. By receiving these vaccines, you're taking an important step toward protecting the health of your family, your loved ones, your friends, and most importantly, your whole community. Today, over 1 million New Jerseyans took advantage of the opportunity to pre-register to get in line when their turn arrives. I encourage you to register at covidvaccine@nj.gov. That's covidvaccine@nj.gov. Again, I want to thank all the workers and volunteers here today for their efforts to stand up this site to serve the residents of New Jersey. These mega sites will be vital to helping the state meet our aspirational goal of vaccinating 70% of the eligible adult population in New Jersey. You are all playing a great part in saving lives. The Department of Health owes you an enormous debt of gratitude, as do the residents of New Jersey. Thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Judy, it's fair to say I think that there were three mega concerns about vaccines. One is the development itself, and the development by two companies, and we suspect more will come online, is nothing short of miraculous inside of a year. Secondly is federal supply of the vaccine, and that continues to be an outstanding challenge for all of us, not just here in New Jersey. And thirdly is the vaccine skepticism that we all know exists and we've seen in living color in this state. The fact that 1 million people have already signed up to pre-register is a very good sign that folks are seeing this in a different light. So thank you for those comments. One more speaker, importantly, last but certainly not least, a great leader in our Senate, was a great leader of this county, and has partnered. I think we've had a particularly successful past 6 to 12 months, Steve. We got a lot of stuff done. The journey continues, but we wouldn't be here without him, and I wouldn't have this vest on without him either. So please help me welcome Senate President Steve Sweeney.
Well, first, I want to welcome you to Gloucester and congratulate your administration for an outstanding job of this coordination, this effort, this Herculean effort to get this done. You know, between the state police, you know, our National Guard, our county leaders, our municipal leaders, we're ready. You see that if you go inside. We, the state of New Jersey, is ready to inoculate our residents, and we need to quickly, for our health and safety, but also for our economy. It's disappointing that our federal government is continuing to lag in this effort, but hopefully with the new administration it'll become a priority again, because it seems like it kind of dropped off the wagon at some point. But long and short, for the people of New Jersey, we, the state of New Jersey, is ready to ensure that people get these vaccines. And I can't wait to get one. In fact, I really can't wait to get one. But I got to wait, because our first responders and our frontline workers are most important to get the shots. So again, Governor, I think you're demonstrating here that at least this administration, between all the bodies that have been assembled, are ready to get things done here. It's a shame we don't have these vaccines. Every day that we lose, how many people are exposed, how many more people are going to die because they're just not ready down there. So again, congratulations, because this is a positive sign, I think, for our residents, because this site probably can do 3,000 shots a day. They get 1,000 for the week. That's not right. It's not our fault. It's not the administration. It's not here. The point is, if you walk through there, you saw we were absolutely ready to start inoculating people, or vaccinating people, however you want to say it. So again, I want to thank the governor and his administration for getting us up and running and ready. And it's unfortunate we have to sit back and wait a little bit. But again, this is a very positive sign, and this is not unique to Gloucester County. This is statewide. So again, thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Steve. Well said. Well said, and it takes a village, right? So it takes just the administration. It takes it takes great legislators, Steve. To you and your colleagues, we thank you. Gloucester County runs like a top. Local officials, Rowan College of South Jersey, National Guard, State Police, healthcare workers. Dr. Palmer, again, thank you for your being here today and your leadership. So that's it. Judy, we had over the weekend each day many thousands more positive cases. Sadly, other folks have left us from our New Jersey family. The only positive that I see over the weekend is continuing of the hospitalizations being in a range. We just have to hope that continues to be the case. That's the one part of our state that we cannot allow to be overrun, and that is our hospital systems, all 71 of them. With that, on behalf of all of us, Steve, Dr. Palmer, Judy, the rest of the team, God bless you all. Have a great week. Better days to come.